All right, real estate agents, here is my top 9 lead generation strategies going into 2023. And these are 9 strategies you need to look at, and they're ranked from my least favorite to my favorite. So stay tuned, get ready. We about to get it. All right, Ninja Maniacs, here we go. We're approaching the end of December 2022, getting ready to start 2023. The real estate market is going crazy. If you have been in real estate for less than a year, you're probably going, "Oh my God," right? What am I going to do? And if you've been in real estate for a long time, you're probably still having some anxieties as we approach 2023, knowing that interest rates high, the listing market's kind of doing its thing. The buyer market has significantly changed since 9 months to a year ago, right? All of this stuff. And you're wondering, what am I going to do to generate business? Well, I have some good news and bad news. The bad news is if you try to generate business like you did in the last year or several years, 2023 is going to pose a challenge because you've got to get creative. You've got to be able to bend with the times. And I'll go over that with a couple of these lead sources in just a minute. But you've got to really hone in on your marketing strategy. And here's the other thing: I've been researching a lot of videos on YouTube with gurus and coaches and trainers and people that do what I do, talking about lead gen, the best lead gen strategies. And here's what I know: it does you no good to have a killer lead gen strategy without a killer offer. So I would take some time. It's the 28th. I'd take some time between now and the first week of January and really come up with your best offers. Because if you can't offer something of value to the end user, the buyer, or the potential seller, then all you do is you become very generic. You become a commoditized agent, right? You're an order taker. And, that I I just I really have a feeling, and this is my opinion, that that type of agency is fast going away. You're competing with big teams that have consolidated. You're competing with agents who have a very big online presence. Maybe they dominate local markets. So if that's not you and you want to compete, pay attention. I'm going to get into 9 lead generation sources slash strategies for 2023. Now, again, hone your offers in. And the other caution I would have is this is not for you to go and do all 9 of these or 10 or 20 or whatever. I would recommend that you hone in on a couple things and you just do them to the best of your ability, right? Get proficient and get very strategically strong in a couple of these strategies if you like them, and then dominate, right? So without further ado, let's jump into this. And let's take a look at the first strategy. And this would be Zillow Leads. Okay. Zillow Leads. So with Zillow Leads, and let me tell you, these are 9 strategies, and I'm going to rank them from what I consider to be my least favorite to my top. So starting with Zillow, it's my least favorite, but it's still a very valuable source of leads. Here's why it's my least favorite. Unless you've got a budget of $3,000 to $7,000 a month, this is not the place you want to play in. This is not where you want to go and spend 100, 200, 3, 4, $500 a month. Number one, these leads are very expensive, and you're competing with power agents, with teams that have budgets in excess of $25 to $75,000 a month, right? And so while these are targeted leads, somebody goes to Zillow and they're searching for homes, there's always that box at the top of Zillow that says, speak to an agent. Zillow is selling this lead to multiple agents, and you have got to have a funnel. You've got to have your marketing, your message all ready to go, and you have to have a budget. So again, I know agents, and those of you that are watching me that are killing it with Zillow leads, fantastic. The average ordinary agent, though, probably wants to stay away from this one just because of budgetary constraints. But again, a very valid source of leads going into 2023. Now, I have one suggestion. I was thinking about this today as I was putting the slideshows together. One of the things that you can do with these leads, and you'll have to check with your broker and your local rules, but maybe get together with a couple agents and budget, create a budget where all of you can share. And then as leads come in, just round robin the leads, right? Just a suggestion. But again, my ninth of all of these, my least favorite would be starting with Zillow Leads. Now, let's move on to the next one. Okay. This one, we're going to call this the blogging or vlogging. Now, again, this is a valid lead source. Blogging is still valuable because here's why: you are creating content of value, and then you are using it and repurposing it on sites like TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Stories, on your own personal websites, and then potentially on things like Facebook ads, and different types of vehicles to get your message out. Now, I call this the blog or vlog because in today, a lot of people are doing what she's doing, and that's she can create the blog, but she can also create a vlog and post it on places like YouTube. And we'll get into that in just a minute. But again, blogging and vlogging. Now, this is a long-term thing, guys. This is something you're going to want to do that that is creating branding. It's creating your message out there in the market, and it's allowing people to see who you are. And one of the strategies that this is going to do is develop long-term residual income. This is where people are going to start to know you and refer you. This is not something you get into that creates instant, if you're just blogging, instant recognition, right? So you've got to get very strategic with this. Now let's go to the next one. This one, we're going to talk about open house and new construction open house in a little bit different way for 2023. This is actually something I've been exploring for myself and the team. And it's creating open houses, but it's doing it in a way that's different than what we did before, right? So what you want to do, and I'm going to concentrate on doing open houses right now in this lead generation strategy with new construction. So if you're an agent, I would go out and speak to a lot of local builders. Again, make sure this is something that passes the test with your current broker, that you're not doing anything unethical, but just go and talk to some brokers, some new construction companies. Even find these guys that are doing 5 or 10 spec homes a year. Hey, my name is, I'm with, I would love to hold some open houses at your properties. Would you allow me to do that? And if they say yes, then schedule these open houses. New construction is great because traffic is going into new construction. So again, open houses are great. One of the things you can do, guys, is go into your MLS and pull up every listing that's in your brokerage in your county and reach out to those agents. Hey, would you mind if I? Now get very targeted on your house that you're going to do an open house. Find something in an area that has high turnover rate. Make sure the house looks good. Make sure that there's not an issue with, being overpriced or the pictures don't look good. And then develop some strategies where you can blast it on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, right? Even on YouTube, if you've got an established YouTube channel. Hey, we're going to do an open house at 123 Smith Avenue. This house is amazing. Come by and check it out, blah, 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 blah. So again, open houses, while I don't do them, these are good strategies, especially for newer agents, and especially if you're going to go and develop a relationship with builders, right? Because that's a steady stream. If I were a new agent, I would find out if there's a builder that would let me come in one weekend, at least minimum a month. Guys, go out there on a Saturday or a Saturday and a Sunday and do it once or twice a month. And you're going to start to see that you're getting people coming through the door and meeting you. And guys, this is a free lead gen strategy right here. And I believe if you do this properly, this could be worth 1 to 5 deals a year on the open house, especially open houses at new construction. So there we go. Let's go to the next one. This one is not one that I'm absolutely happy with, right? The ninja is not really this cold calling. Okay, let's just do there. The fourth strategy is cold calling. Now, if you are a guru, a coach, and this is your primary method of training and teaching, God bless you. We're talking 2023. We're talking doing this strategy at a high rate. But guys, let me ask you this: how many of you are holding times during your week where you're actually circle prospecting, calling? What's that been like for you? Can you imagine in today's economy where more and more people are getting on the do not call list. And by the way, if you call people on the do not call list, you cold call them, you're in danger. There are active attorneys right now that are waiting for realtors to call so they can put the hammer down on you. I've heard stories, right? And honestly, if they are on the do not call list, it's really unethical to call them. Now, you can argue with me all you want, and I'm fine with that. I'm telling you my opinion on cold calling. It can yield good results if you are targeting. And I'll give you, for instance, if I were going to cold call, I would go into a neighborhood and I would extract, and I've got software that does this. Every homeowner that has a higher statistical probability to sell in the next 12 months, I would extract that list and get emails and phone numbers. And then all of the ones there that are not on the do not call list, those would be the ones that I would target. I don't think I would just call an entire neighborhood. And I know it's a scatter shot. It's kind of like carpet bombing. But most of the people in that neighborhood don't want to hear from you. How many of you like getting calls? My name is, and I represent NAR, and I'm calling because they think it's a good idea for us to talk about your health insurance, right? Or your auto warranty policy. How many of you are getting all of these spam phone calls every day? And I'm going to be guttural here, it just pisses you off. It pisses me off. So that's the mindset of the client. Now, here's the other reason why I don't like cold calling. You haven't built value. It's like you're calling wanting to go on a date and they don't even know your first name, right? So if you're going to cold call, and I did include that in my 9 strategies for 2023, you've got to get hyper specific. You've got to target areas and then extract data of people that you think or that your software thinks are the most ready to talk with an agent in the next 12 months. But it takes a lot of guts. And let's be honest, drop me a comment below. Do you like cold calling? Again, it's included for 2023. It's still a valid way to generate leads, but it's not the way that I want to do it. But if you want to do it, don't do it like we did a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Get very strategic with that. All right, let's jump on the next one. Facebook ads. Now, I like Facebook ads. Okay, Facebook ads are still valid. Now, I have it listed as my 5th one down from the least favorite, and here's why. If you're going to run Facebook ads, you need to run them consistently. Have a budget of $5 to $10 a day. Use a company like I do, Listings to Leads, where you can create a Facebook ad in under a minute and have it delivering leads that day. But Facebook is not, to me, the premium lead source. Here's why. Let's be real. And I know that this is going to go cross-grain to a lot of people that are generating leads on Facebook and crushing it. And you can do that. But typically, are you going to Facebook to search for your next house? If you're looking to buy a car, are you going to Facebook? If you want to buy a computer, are you going to Facebook to look for computer companies? No, you're going to Facebook to ask questions, right? Or to share things going on in your life. And how many of you see ads that pop up on Facebook and you're like, you delete them, you get rid of them? Sponsored ad. So while I still think Facebook ads are valuable, and I think all of you guys should be running long-term Facebook ads and budget $5 to $10 a day. We're talking 150 to 300 bucks a month. Guys, if you do it right, and we do that with Listings to Leads. Matter of fact, look below. There's a 30-day free trial. I'll give it to you. If you get it, it supports the channel. Lots of training, but that platform will let you launch some amazing Facebook ads without any tech knowledge whatsoever. But again, Facebook ads I've included in my list of 9 strategies for lead generation in 2023, but it's not my favorite. So keep holding on, and let's go now to something that is quickly becoming a favorite of mine. And this is Google Screened, right? This is Google Screened. So check this out. On this one, this is where you can literally go in and put yourself at the top of Google with other agents above the paid ads on Google. And once you pass the Google screen, and that's where they are checking your insurances, making sure that you're legit, then they're going to throw you at the top. And you are going to be able to now generate leads by people looking at the top and clicking your name. And this, you're going to need to budget between $100 to $500 a week. It's not that you're going to spend $500 a week. That's the budget you tell Google that you're willing to spend. And then what we're finding is when people generate a lead using this, they're paying anywhere from 75 to about 150 bucks a lead. And you know, if you generate a $150 lead and you get them listed and you sell it, is that worth it? This is one of those things I would check on, and I would look into. Go to YouTube and do a search for how to get Google screened approved. And I've got a couple videos on this channel. But check this out. This is one I would be very um, um, uh, interested in letting you know that this is one you should explore. Now, please understand, if you're in a very large metro market, going to be a little bit more difficult for you because every agent's on this thing, right? If you're in a more of a rural market, you've got an advantage because a lot of those agents aren't doing this. And we've got agents right now, upper Midwest, that are jumping on this and developing some very good lead sources, leads coming in. And there's not a lot of competition. When you go into my market, there's like 50 agents that are Google screened in Claremont, right? So again, it's not at the top. It's approaching kind of the middle of what I'm suggesting is some of my favorite lead generation strategies, but Google screened. Check those guys out. Let's go to the next one. This is Google Ads, guys. I'm starting to really like Google Ads, and here's why. And by the way, as I said with Facebook ads, below the video in the comment section, I will give you a 30-day free trial to listings to leads, and they have the ability for you to launch Google Ads in their platform literally in a minute or two that will start developing leads for you. Now, why am I getting really keen on Google Ads? When you are looking for, and let's just use, say you're looking to buy a new car in 2023, it's time. Maybe your lease is coming to an end or your car is getting old. You don't go to Facebook or Craigslist if you're looking for something newer, right? You go to Google. Atlanta Ford dealerships near me, Claremont Chevy dealer, right? Orlando Toyota dealer, Dallas Honda dealer, right? You're looking on Google for specific dealerships and you're going to check out their websites. You're even going to sites like YouTube, which is owned by Google. You can run YouTube ads through your Google Ads dashboard, and they're really starting to show some massive results. While this particular video is not going into detail on how to do all of that, guys, you can go to YouTube and search how to create a Google ad, and boom, it's done. If you want to do what we do, and that's create them like this, like on autopilot, look below, get your link for the listings to leads, include the Google ads within your platform, and you can start creating some amazing Google ads. All right, let's look at the next two. The next two are now becoming, well, the next one, you know, if you follow me, is one of my favorites, but it's no longer my absolute favorite. It's my second to the top. And this is, pardon me, guys, direct mail. Here we go. Direct mail. Why do I like direct mail? Because I just do. A lot of agents that follow me are crushing it with direct mail. And with direct mail, you can create some targeted list. What do I mean? I'm not talking every door direct mail. I'm not talking sending a direct mail postcard to everybody in your zip code. What if you could find sellers with a 5-year mortgage, with an income of X amount, with a credit score of X amount, with equity of X amount, in a neighborhood that has a high turnover rate, and just send them a postcard with your offer? That's targeted. That's circle prospecting, geo farming, targeted, and that beats any type of direct mail. What if you could send direct mail just to FSBOs with your offer, or just to expires, or just to pre foreclosures? Well, you can with direct mail. Below the video, I'll drop a link for you. And if you want to try the direct mail platform that I use, there's the ability for you to get it. When you get that platform, I'll know it, and I will give you all of my done for you cards and training on how to launch your direct mail empire in 2023. But guys, this is one that you need to pay attention to, and really start thinking targeted direct mail in 2023, not the helter skelter, let me just send it to everybody, right? That's time consuming and very costly. Now in 2023 with lead generation, let's start focusing in on targeted lead generation. Now, this leads me to my new number one favorite. And I want to share with you why this is my new number one favorite. Well, let me tell you what it is. It's your YouTube local real estate channel. Yes, I just said it, YouTube. I'm going to be doing massive training in 2023 on the YouTube channel setup, how to generate leads, what content to post. Guys, I started a beta channel a couple months ago, and I've already grown to 300 plus subscribers, thousands of views. After 3 months, I'm at 6 leads generated. These are people that I'm in process of working with off of my YouTube channel. And I even have done my YouTube channel. I did bass backwards and wrong. I'm going to say, starting in 2023, if you create a YouTube channel, start posting every week, 1 or 2 videos a week. And I will drop training on the 25 best videos to do for your channel. And I will also drop some YouTube channels I think you should be following in terms of content creation. What I love about YouTube, guys, is if you go and search any city, for instance, living in Austin, Texas, living in Dallas, living in Atlanta, living in New Orleans, living in wherever, Raleigh, North Carolina, living in Claremont, Florida, living in Orlando, Florida, moving to blah, blah, right? Start searching those in YouTube and look at the real estate agents' channels. And listen, guys, you don't need to create the content. It's already there. Just repurpose the content for your geographical farm. And I've got emails now people are sending me wanting to get on drips, wanting to get homes sent to them, wanting to talk about selling their home. So if you're going to do this, and I really highly advise you to create your YouTube channel, don't be afraid if you don't think you can do video, right? Use your cell phone. You don't have to be super professional. Here's what I say: everything is scalable. So as you develop your YouTube channel and you start to create sales off of it, and remember, these are all organic free leads. As you start to close, get a better camera. As you close more, go hire a videographer, hire an assistant, go get somebody that will take your videos that you create and make them look sexy. That's how you do it. If you follow people like Karen Carr, you understand. You start where you're at and you build. Can you imagine in 2023 closing 5 to 10 deals alone off your YouTube channel minimum? Well, guys, that is extremely doable. So here's what I want to say. If you're following me, all of these strategies, these 9, I'm going to be going heavy into in 2023, specifically the last 5 from YouTube all the way up to Facebook ads. I'm going to drill down deep onto these strategies. So continue. Guys, if you haven't, follow my channel, hit the notification bell, be notified when I drop this stuff, right? Because at the end of the day, you've got to be able to flex and bend with the new economy of marketing as real estate agents, right? So there you go, guys. My 9 strategies going into 2023 for you as real estate agents on what to do with your lead generation and conversion. Let me know what you think. Drop comments below. And of the 9, what was your top 3 that you think are your favorites and you're going to implement in January, starting in January of 2023? All right, guys, this is Kelly, your real estate ninja, dropping some valuable content. I will be coming back at you with some more training in the next day or two. Until then, have a great one, and I will see you on the next video.